Hi, my name is Brian with Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio, and welcome back to another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com.
This is an LG refrigerator, and the complaint on this one is it wasn't cooling. So what we found was the compressor wasn't running. So we already came out and diagnosed that the compressor wasn't running, and it was the overload and relay that had failed, which is the start device of the compressor. So we're going to go ahead and do the repair. We're at the back of the refrigerator. We pulled the refrigerator out. We're at the bottom panel of the back of the refrigerator here, and the first thing we need to do to access our compressor and relay is to take off the back panel. There's going to be some Phillips screws to remove. For this repair, you will need a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, with the screws out, we can just lift off our back panel here. If you have a water line, the back panel won't come off of the water line unless you were to disconnect the water line. So we're just going to leave it on there and set it off to the side. Now we have access to our compressor and our overload relay on the compressor. The next thing we'll do then is take the cover off to our relay. There's going to be a Phillips screw that holds on the cover. And with the screw out, the cover will just pop off. And now we can see our relay. To get the relay off, we're going to use a flathead screwdriver and just kind of help us pry it off the terminals of the compressor. And there's going to be two wires attached. This is our relay. We're going to remove these two wires. We're just going to pull straight off. So what was happening before was our compressor wasn't running, and we found that it was a bad relay. Basically, to diagnose that, what common symptoms will be: the compressor will make a funny noise, kind of a humming noise, and then a click, a loud click. And it'll do that every couple minutes where the compressor's trying to start, or a relay's trying to start the compressor, but it's just not able to. So the compressor will click off on its, it'll try to start and click off on its thermal overload. Another symptom of a bad relay here is you can hear them rattling when they get bad, and you'll actually, if you shake these, you'll get debris that falls out of the relay from the contacts inside going bad. This one was not rattling. You can also take a resistance check on the terminals there, or an amp draw on the L1 wire when the compressor tries to start, and check for high amperage. Alright, so we got our new relay, and we're going to put our wires onto it. You want to take note of what color went to which side, and look at your relay. It should have numbers on the terminals there listed, so you just want to match those up. Alright, now that you have your wires on, you can put your relay back onto the compressor. There's two holes in the relay here that goes on the two terminals of the compressor. You want to push this on and make sure it's on good and tight, so you don't get a loose connection. There are 3 terminals total on the compressor. We've left our our overload on the top one, so we didn't have to remove that to remove our relay. So we left it on there. We can put our relay back on to the 2 terminals. Make sure all your wiring's tight. And now we can put our cover back on. There's a groove here, or a slot here, for your wires to go through. And you just want to line up the hole here for the screw again. It'll snap into place. It's got a couple tabs. and you can reinstall your screw. And now we're ready to put our back cover back on. Alright, the back panel has 2 tabs here at the bottom that stick out, and those are going to go onto the edge of the cabinet here. So that'll kind of hold it in place, and we can reinstall our screws. Now you're ready to plug the appliance in. This was how to replace your relay or start device for your compressor on an LG refrigerator.
Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com.